Hi, my name is Michael Gonzalez, and I am going to speak with you about reasons to support a high-speed rail system in the United States. Part of the new economic stimulus plan includes $10 billion for high-speed rail. This is part of President Obama's vision of rebuilding America. This will revitalize America and connect cities with faster rail service to relieve congestion and improve energy conservation. The time is right for us to start thinking about high-speed rail as an alternative to air transportation. As you can see by this graphic, we need to change our transportation model with 3 cars for every 4 people because of pollution, congestion, and the costs and availability of fuel. There are 3 reasons why we should restructure our transportation system. They are listed here. First, we need to stabilize carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and reduce pollution. Second, we need to prepare for falling oil production. Third, we need to decrease traffic congestion. Cutting carbon dioxide emissions should start with the United States. As this slide shows, the U.S. uses more gasoline than the next 20 high-use countries, including Japan, China, Russia, Germany, and Brazil. The U.S. consumed 1.4 million gallons in 2003. The other countries together use 1.2 million. This slide shows the United States has 20% of the cars in the world. That's 230 million vehicles out of the global 860 million. The U.S. is near the top in miles driven per car and near the bottom in fuel efficiency. Lester Brown in his book Plan B 3.0 talks about ways to raise energy and efficiency. He asks us to look at Europe, who has had a high-speed rail system in place for many years. Carbon dioxide emissions per passenger mile on Europe's high-speed trains are 1/3 those of its cars and only 1/4 those of its planes. In Plan B economy, carbon dioxide emissions from trains will be zero since they will be powered by green electricity, which could come from renewable sources, mainly wind farms. Let's talk now about the second reason, the need to prepare for falling oil production. With world oil output close to peaking, there will not be enough oil to support a world automobile fleet expansion along United States lines or to keep U.S. cars going. You also have to consider that our world oil supplies are a major security risk. If a tourist organization targets our oil supplies, we may be without any means of fueling our cars. The U.S., where 88% of the 133 million working people travel to work by car, is at risk for a loss of oil supply. Now we'll talk about the third reason we need high-speed rail. This is the need to decrease traffic congestion. The engineering news record says our roads are deteriorating and not able to handle the volume of vehicles. The noise level is increasing and a great deal of money is being spent on noise barriers. Anyone who drives I-75 will agree. Drivers almost everywhere are facing gridlock and worsening congestion. Instead of mobility, we are facing the opposite, immobility. By 2020, close to 55% of us will live in cities where the role of the car is decreasing. In conclusion, we need to cut carbon dioxide emissions and prepare for shrinking oil supplies. We need to shift money from roads and highways to high-speed electrified railways. Lester Brown, in an article in Grist magazine as well as in this book, Plan B 3.0, argues that the small amount of additional electricity could come from renewable energy sources. True, the costs of constructing this high-speed rail system will be high at first, but it will save money, time, and energy for those of us who will use it. Let's be glad the stimulus package has included this much needed change to our transportation system. Thank you for listening.